What's up, guys? Welcome to your Bitcoin update. We're going to be taking a look at the charts, see what's going on. We're going to take a look at the longer term. I'm going to take a look at the bullish case first, since everybody's super bullish, and then we're going to take a look at the bearish case, and then I'm going to go into the smaller time frames and look at what Bitcoin's next move in the immediate future might be. So I'll tell you what to look for, what to watch out for. Definitely stick around, subscribe if you haven't done that already, and make sure you smash that thumbs up. Let's get into it. We'll also be taking a look at Ethereum, Litecoin, Dow Jones, and the DXY. So let's take a look at what's going on. So we're going to take a look at the possibility of a bullish case. Now, the reason I still remain leaning more towards the bearish case is because of this 5-wave structure. This technically should not be a correction. Some people think you can find an ABC in this. I do not. Maybe there is, but I see 5 waves here. You can even see it all the way up into the weekly time frame. Right here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, clear as day. But anyways, let's take a look at it. I'll look at the bullish case too. And looking at the bullish case, so if we look at this as a wave 1, 2, like a lot of people are talking about, and then we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, this would be an extended 5th wave in the 3rd wave. And the reason being, let me move this out of the way and I'll show you how we got these measurements. All right, so if we look at it that way, as this being a big 1, 2, 3, and let's go down to, we go from our low over here with our fib extension to the high right up here, back down to this low right here, and that gets us to point, or 1.618 is usually where the 3rd wave goes. That would be to 78,800, and then we would look for a correction back down. And how we would look for that is we would take the Fibonacci retracement, go from the beginning of this wave. Now this is for the bullish case, guys, for those of you that are bullish here, and that would get us down to around the $59,000 range, somewhere pretty close into there. Coming back down to retest this trend line would be wave 4, and then we would look for wave 5 up. Now 83.7 is pretty much the minimal. If that was to happen, let's put our Fibonacci extensions on this move also and see what that gets. Then we'll get into the bearish case, and then like I said, we'll go into looking at the whoops, let me get this out of the way. Then we'll go into looking at the smaller time frames and look at the possible next move and what to watch for. So if we went to the bottom of wave 3 to the top and then over to wave 4 right here, this would give us our golden pocket at 83.7. If that was to break 89.7, the next would be the 98.1 and then 108. Again, that's the super bullish case, and these would be if the 5th wave here got really extended, and you had that blow off top everybody's expecting. But keep in mind, guys, that does not have to happen. There's no guarantees in any market. Be careful, be safe, protect your capital, and let's take a look at what's next. Well, let's take a look first. This would be, if that was to happen, that because people are looking at this as a 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And if that was to happen, then we would have a big 2-wave down all the way back to, you know, low 20s to 30,000 before continuing up. That would be a long bear market. Now, let's take a look at, I also have a bullish case even on this ABC. Don't pay attention to this stuff over here. I'll show you what that is here in a minute. But what we're looking at now is this big ABC structure right here. I've talked to you guys before about it. You can watch yesterday's video. I went into a little more detail on what the irregular correction is. I'm not going to go into that right now, but this right here, breaking out of this will invalidate it. The highest that could go was about 74.6, somewhere in that range. And reason being for that, I will show you. This here is the Fibonacci extension from the bottom of this wave to top to here, and that 70,700, 70,800 area is the 1.27. And as you guys know, 1.25 is really where they say the B wave could retrace 125% of the A wave. Now, also, we have this 74.6, and the reason I have that is looking at this fractal over here. Let's go zoom in a little bit so you can see it. This was the distribution phase that we caught with the ending fifth wave diagonal here. Could we see something like that again on this fractal? That is a possibility, and that's what gets us up to that 74 to 75,000. Again, if this breaks, the ABC is out of the question. Okay, so let's take a look at this wave count now. I'm going to go into a little detail, and then we'll get into our smaller time frame, so stick around, it's coming. And don't forget to smash those likes, guys. I do appreciate it. So, as you guys know, let me get this out of our way. This 5 wave is what keeps me bearish here, because a 5 wave structure down is impulsive. And then we have a correction, but again, this is an irregular correction up to here. So let's take a look at it. So this would be, this here would be our 5 waves down for A, and then our 3 waves up for B, right? So what we need in that is for A, we have to have 5 waves in A. Here's 5 waves in A, measured out, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, right? And then we need an ABC correction, a 3 wave structure for B, right here. This would be B right here. ABC, that's for B wave. And then we need a 5 wave structure for C, and that is there. And this is, like I said, this could go all the way up to that 74.5 range. Doesn't have to, could be ended here, could go to that 70 still. So, and then what happens is that makes a big ABC. And then what we would be expecting after that is a 5 wave structure going down for the big C wave. Let me put this over here. And this is just speculation right now to where this is going to go. Once, if this does happen, and once we can confirm wave 1 and 2, 3 is the huge move for a big short, just like it was over here where nobody believed we were going to go down. This was a great short opportunity. If you followed the channel, you know I took that, and I was expecting a bounce in mid-June. I did not expect the bounce to go above the 55 to 57,000 range. It did. That's what makes it a regular correction. Still valid as of right now. So let's take a look. If this was to happen, it would line up with bouncing on this trend line. And the reason I got this 51 is because I just went by the percentage of the drop over here, and I put it over here. So again, that's speculation of where we have to confirm 1 and 2 before we can look for the wave 3 short down. So anyways, this is all measured out as a possibility, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And what we get there is a big ABC formation, just like this. So again, this is what I'm looking for as of right now. Let me move this down so you guys can see it lines up right there. So basically that's what I'm looking at. We'll see, like I said, if it breaks this, then we can start looking at the bullish case. But until then, I'm still looking at this as a big ABC correction. Now, if you guys are interested in trading, definitely check out Prime XBT. They are by far my favorite exchange. They don't trade against you like all the other scammy casino exchanges. Be careful with those. They liquidate you totally. You don't get that on Prime XBT. Although in any platform, you should be using stop losses. Make sure to protect your capital at all times. But the great thing about Prime XBT is you can, and guys, I'm going into the small time frame, so hold on a second. You can trade crypto, forex, gold, silver, oil, S&P, Dow Jones, natural gas, everything all on one exchange. And you can have multiple trades in at the same time. They don't clump them together like the scammy exchanges. You can hedge your own trades, do whatever. definitely check them out. You can use my promo code SAVVY50. That'll get you 50% on top of whatever you deposit as a bonus. SAVVY25 will get you 25% off your fees. And if you go into my YouTube page right down here, there is a Prime XBT tutorial. It teaches you where to put your promo codes, also shows you how to adjust your margin. A lot of people get confused with it on there. So there it is. Now let's take a look at the smaller time frame. So this is what I'm looking at. I posted this earlier this morning on Twitter. If you don't follow me on Twitter, give me a follow. It's at CryptoSavvy1. And so what I'm looking at here, this is what I'm waiting for to break. It does look like a bear flag, but it could also break to the top. As of right now, within this is a no trade zone. All right, so let's look at if we were to break down here, right? We would have to break down past that 64,466. If that happens, the next stop I'd be looking for would be this measured move of just the channel, and that'd be around the 63.1. Now we have another measured move. The other measured move, if you put a line across here, these two wicks, this would be the measured move from that break to the bottom, and that would get us somewhere around, depending on if, when, and where it broke, we would have to, again, break that 64.33. And if the 63.1 didn't hold, our next target would be around 61.150. And then there's another target. And I'll be looking at the bullish case too. The bullish case, we have to break up higher than this 66,000. I'd say we had to break 66,000. Now this one, you could look at this whole thing as a flagpole, and this being a bear flag. And that could go as low as around the 59,000 range. One thing you will notice here is you can see this white line across here is an average, and that lines up pretty good with that target there. And then we have the VPVR right here, and as you can see, that lines up with that 61,150. As of right now, if we pull back a little, you can see there's a high volume node here on the 59,002. So that is looking pretty confluent with the downside targets. The upside, like I said, if we break that 66,000 and have confirmation of closing like a 4 hour above that, open and close a 4 hour preferably, then we can take these same measured moves. And if we break that 67.2 or 67.3 would be the target of the breakout there. And then our next target, if that was to break, would be around that 69.3. And then our next target, if you wanted to get super bullish, would be around that 71.5. Now again, until we break one way or another out of this channel right here, it is a no trade zone. Obviously, there's a lot of just liquidation going on right here. High leverage traders getting smashed. So until we break out of this one way or another, guys, we don't know the direction. If we do break down though, these are your targets. Definitely keep an eye on that. Now, let's look at some divergence here real quick. Then we'll get into the Dow Jones. We'll take a quick look at Litecoin and Ethereum stuff also. Guys, I am going to be doing a members video in a few hours after this video. So definitely make sure you keep your notifications on, especially if you're a member, because I will be doing another giveaway of a $500 Prime XBT account. So make sure you're there. And let's take a look at our divergence here. We have a higher high here. This is on the weekly, guys. And obviously we have a lower high here on the RSI. That's pretty big divergence. We have to see how the weekly closes. That can get erased. But let's take a look at the 3-day. 3-day, same thing. Higher highs here in the price, lower highs in the RSI. Keep a close eye on these, looking for bullish divergence also. As of right now, even right here, you can see in the smaller area, lower highs in the RSI, higher highs in the price action. And let's look at the 1-day. The 1-day, same thing, guys. Even in the short there, lower highs, higher highs. That is bearish divergence. But let's see if we can maintain above this. Let me zoom in here a little bit. If you can maintain above this 8 EMA, I would say if the the daily closes below the 64.5, it's going to be pretty ugly for Bitcoin over the next week or so. Ethereum, we almost hit our target, not quite yet. That would be the 1-to-1 extension, making this a ABC. If this plays out like Bitcoin, and Bitcoin does go into the bearish case scenario, about 51 to 5,200 is going to be the top for Ethereum. Of course, the bullish case, about 64 would be the 1.618 wave 3 if it was going bullish. But as of right now, it is looking like it's just pretty much doing what Bitcoin's doing. Litecoin, we had our target here up at the 0.618 at 299, went a little above. We did get a massive rejection there. We are getting support now on the 0.5. So if this 260 can hold and it can break back through, and if you guys weren't around when I put this red line, I said as long as we could stay above that and open and close some dailies above it, we would be looking for 222. And if that broke, 259. And if that broke, that golden pocket. Now let's get this stuff out of here, clean this up. Keep an eye on this RSI here too. It's showing one more possibility and one more little kick up and then probably a reversal. So don't know if it's going to hit that 300 or not. But if it does break that 300, your next point to watch for is going to be this 0.786, and that's going to be around 350. The Dow Jones, how's the Dow doing today? It is dropping, having a hard time trying to stay above 36. It's looking pretty bearish, guys. It is showing some hidden bullish divergence here. We'll see where the daily closes. This is the 4-hour. This could be erased. It would have to drop pretty hard, but we'll keep an eye on it. As you guys know, if you watched yesterday's video, if you didn't, I suggest you do. I explained what happens when the markets take a dive. I explained what happens with gold, silver, and the DXY at that point. Also, let's take a look at the DXY, guys. You guys know I said back in here that I was bullish on the dollar for at least a year or two. I still remain bullish on the dollar. I'm looking for at least this 97 and possibly much higher. Could come all the way back up to this trend line in the next year or so at a 102. Keep an eye on that, guys. It is looking pretty damn bullish. That's it. That's all I got for today. Members, make sure you got your notifications on. I will be doing a members live soon, within a few hours today, so definitely check that out. Thanks for watching, guys. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already. Smash that thumbs up, leave your comment down below, and take it easy.